Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another video. If you couldn't tell, today's video comes to you from the wonderful world of BeamNG. And today's, well, really just quite a special little day. Today is, if I'm being quite honest, all about the 80s. We all love the 80s now, at least I hope you all do. Some of us grew up in the 80s, not me. I was born in the very late 2000s, early 2010s. But, we all do that. Yes, we all do love some old cars. And today comes to you from the 1980s. And I hope my traffic isn't paused. Traffic go. Yeah, okay, they're just stupid. Today we'll be checking out actually a couple mods. The Ford Pinto mod right here. We'll be checking out that. We'll be checking out this mod for the Bruckelle LeGrand, which adds very square boxy parts for it, and the Volvo one, which also adds that. The Yotoma Camola, which is a rip-off Corolla. The Albany Primo, which is a rip-off Camry. These are all, the two of these are automation mods. Alright, everyone? We will also be checking out, not that, I'm trying to delete that. Let's see, what was I thinking of? Yeah, in general, just 80s mods. I'm trying to find the name for the LeGrand, because I know I have it in here somewhere. The Bruckelle LeGrand small pack, which adds a export version for the LeGrand, and some other versions as well, and it is just very, very useful and cute. Now, this Pinto mod only actually comes originally with one config, and it's the Pinto runabout. But by going through the base and searching for some parts, you can easily just make your own little Pinto. So let's check out the inside. Look at this. It's beautiful in all of its 70s gloriness. Now, I have had to remove the windows because they don't work and they have no textures. But you know, I feel like it's the least of our worries. That's not that bad. For a car this beautiful and this dangerous, nothing matters. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, when you do rear-end this vehicle, it does explode. On occasion. I don't know why, but you have to hit it a certain angle for it to explode. I've hit it like full force front multiple times, and it just never seems to work. But then I accidentally hit it like, I think maybe 3 times. On 3 separate occasions, I accidentally hit it, and the entire thing went up in flames, I tell you. Flames. Just like a real Pinto. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the Ford Pinto was built with a lovely little contraption called the fuel tank in the back. And yeah, so you see where that little trunk circle is right there? Well, yeah, that's where the fuel tank is. And if you get rear-ended, your metal just goes right through the fuel tank and sets your car ablaze. And Ford decided, well, instead of fixing the problem that we already knew existed before we started selling it, why not just pay out the families? That's cheaper. So that's the Ford method. I know we're going off-roading here. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, shoot. You might be seeing some vehicle mods we've checked out before. Oh, there's the Corvette from the KLJP mod pack. That van from, I think, the Classic Vehicles mod. The taxi right there is a, and the LaSalle wagon, which we checked out in our first BeamNG video. The dry cab taxi that passed us, and the dry cab, my gosh, move, woman, jeez. The dry cab taxi is that last, car mod we checked out, whose name I'm currently forgetting. The truck is also from the Classic mod vehicle. The Moonhawk taxi in front of us is from the Moonhawk body pack, and the Pesma wagon is from the KLJP body pack, and the Hirochi Rush right there is that Ute. Oh, and then the Burnside something Majesty. There we are. So that's all the vehicles you see me use today. So, what do you say we take this little guy for a crash test? I'd like to get to 50, but I don't think it'll get to 50 this year. Maybe next year it will, because this thing takes forever to build up speed. Oh, wow. I was quite wrong. Well, there was a downhill, so I guess I shouldn't count that. Oh, bingo. Yes, so as you can see, even though the model has been taken from GTA, it's not that bad. Yeah, some parts stick out, but as do most mods are of the lower quality standards. This not anything against the mod author, it's just he posted this very well knowing and saying it's unfinished and it's kind of just a mesh slap. But this is still honestly a beautiful car mod, and had he finished it, and it would have been beautiful. And I know there was someone working on it, but I don't know if they still are right now. And I suppose I should probably give my Pinto a crash test, shouldn't we? Yes, right here. This is perfect. Control Shift I. There we are. So yes, I can just quite easily hijack any AI traffic car and obliterate it. By hitting Control Shift I, and it lets me drive it. Oh, you freaking... That's it. You know what? I wanted to hit the Pinto, but it's not seeming to work, is it? You know what? Fine. I'm gonna tab to it. Just give me a second. That's... Found it. Just fly this over here. You know, to just make it a real Pinto here, we're just gonna... Yeah. There we go. I think that went well. What do you guys think? Oh, right. Traffic, go. Oh, no, really. So yeah, there's my Pinto today. Now, let's move on to the next mod of the day, shall we? So, this is the Bruckelle Small Pack, and it involves some aero features and some new grills for the LeGrand, which make it very, very 80. It adds the 1981 to 84 config, and overall, it actually just looks quite pleasant. And it adds the Cruise Sport, which is the EUDM version of this vehicle. So, while we're here, we might as well check out the base model, shall we? After this, just 3 more cars to go, and 2 of them are automation, so I really won't be taking much of a look at that, because they're not actual cars with real good crash models. But, you know, that doesn't mean they're not fun for traffic vehicles. So, getting a move on here, we can quickly see it's literally just the same car with a different face. Yes. And, of course, the EUDM has a different variation. But just look at those square headlights. And would you stop freaking hitting this? My lord. Stop it.
Oh my god, bro.
The traffic is behaving poorly. Someone needs to teach these kids how to drive.
Wait, there are other people on the server?
No, I'm not on a server. I can get a server, though, if I get BeamNG.
Get BeamNG. Specify.
I'm aware. Because it's a fun game. So yes. Oh, there's the Hirochi Rush. We'll just move that. So yeah, as you can see...
Greenville mod review.
We will. Greenville doesn't have mods. Okay, never mind. So yes, as you can see, it adds this little cute arrow badge, and everything just looks a lot more square. Which is a good thing, and I'm assuming you guys probably want to see a wagon variant of the vehicle. So we'll give you guys a wagon variant to look at. And we'll see the EUDM model, but otherwise else, it's virtually the same car, so I won't be taking too much of a look. Just look at that is ugly. I'm sorry, but that is ugly as heck. Honestly, if I were to buy this car, I'd say probably a little too much angular movement there in the front. Now this does look quite European with that front grille. And I must say, even with the little trim at the back they added, this is quite a pleasant car to look at. I believe I saw Yes, okay, so there is a Yield Cabco version of the vehicle, and if you want, you could also make it a Hawkins police car for fun. Also a taxi. No, I think that's just a mod. Never mind, ignore that last little bit. Moving on to our last actual car mod of the day before we get into there was earlier. We have the Volvo kit, which was released on the BeamNG forums about a year or two ago. It adds some Volvo-like front ends to the vehicle, and with any bit of tweaking, you can turn it into a wagon, which I will show you that version. But I just want to show you the crash model for the front end of this, just to show you that there won't be any spiky bits or anything crazy like that. It'll behave like it should. And I do love Volvos. I'm a sucker for them, especially the boxiness of them. I just like boxy cars. I don't know why. I just do. So noting with that wonderful quick side swipe I just did. See? A little bit of deformation in the side, but there are no spiky bits. And the headlight is quite deformed and a little bit bent. While that isn't necessarily the best thing, I do really think the headlight probably would have flown off. But let's be real, at least there aren't a million different little spikes poking out of our front end. And with any bit of tweaking like I've done here, you can turn your Volvo into a Volvo wagon. Hooray! Because this does look quite good. Moving on to our last two mods of the day, which I don't know why I keep hitting mods. Down here at the bottom, we have the Albany Primo. And we have this version of the Primo, which is the LX, and then we have a V6 version of the Primo, which is, I'm assuming, is more of a sport version. I hope. Otherwise, I'll say I'm not quite sure what the point of this is. But, you know what? Who cares? It would be nice, if anyone out there is the mod author, if you could make a wagon version of this. I believe that would be very cool, because the Camry did have a wagon, and I do know that you just took this from GTA, but, please add a wagon. Yeah, that's about all I can say. It comes with these custom wheels, a not-so-bad tail lights, and a nice headlight set. It overall really just is a very 80s, like, Toyota Camry looking thing, and it is quite a bit fun to drive because it does have some pickup, and even though the crash model sucks because it's an automation mod, that shouldn't stop you to using it as a traffic vehicle, because that's really what this mod is made for, just traffic in the background, you know? You pass it, make everything look 80s, or if you really, really like it, you could drive it around, take some screenshots. That is the real purpose of this vehicle. And the crash test is, like all mods, very, very, very scratchy and bumpy. But it is an automation mod, so at that point, what are you really expecting? We'll check out this version of the Primo. We'll get to the Yotoma. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I probably am, because I barely remember what it's called. There are no opening door features or anything, but it does have a fully modeled interior, and it is honestly quite nice for an automation mod. And would you stop honking at me? Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's kind of muted here, because I muted the game, because people keep honking at me. But, yeah. Sorry, I just had to fix that. And as you can see, this is honestly a nice LX version, and it is quite nice. It would pass as any 80s car, like late 80s, early 90s, and it is just beautiful to drive. And of course, our last mod of the day with only one configuration, and yeah, by the way, you can't adjust anything on these vehicles because it's made in automation, which is ever so lovely. So we'll spawn in as black because I'm sick of seeing red. And gray just doesn't feel right for the environment we're in right now in the woods. I feel like it would just blend into the road. While black, this just looks sporty. I'm sorry, but it looks sporty. For those of you who think that red makes everything sporty, you are wrong. If you put red on a Prius, it does not look sporty. And get that in your freaking little heads. If you put red on a PT Cruiser, so help me, if you say that is sporty, I will personally come to your house and talk some sense into you. And I will leave you a fruit cake. That's how mad I'll be. I will leave you a fruit cake. Because we all know no one eats those. I'm sorry, but if you do eat fruit cake, I don't mean to offend you, but why? Do you hate yourself? Oh, this has a lot of speed. Oh, into a van. Still drives. Keep it going. Into another car. Still drives. Keep it going. Reverse. It drives. What can I say? It's built like a Toyota, that's for sure. And now I'm dead. Yep. What is that on the back? Yotoma Camola. It obviously is a European vehicle, and it's an automation mod, so the crash model is terrible. But it's just beautiful. I'm sorry. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to kick back, help out. Those mods, again, are the Yotoma Camola, the Albany Primo, the LeGrand small pack, which you will see, hopefully, if this pops up for once. I forgot how far back it was. And what mod did I start off the video? Oh, the Volvo kit for the LeGrand. Oh, and the Pinto. If you just Google BeamNG Pinto, you should find the thread on the BeamNG forums. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the video. And make sure to tune in, like, and subscribe. Click that bell. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And please don't hit me with your car. Talking to the guy back here. What are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? Look at this moron. Look at him. Him and his little Honda. His little Honda Civic. What is he doing? How is he living? I'm kidding, y'all. Catch y'all in the next one.